Hi children, this is your third lesson on prepositions. Today you'll be writing some sentences that involve some prepositions. First of all, can you use the prepositions below to orally describe the picture? We've got on, under, surrounding, above, next to, around, near, behind and in front. Orally means to talk, so I'd like you to pause the video and say some sentences aloud that describe the picture by using the prepositions on the screen. Pause the video while you do this. Okay, so what could we have? We could have next to the candy house are some lollipop stick trees. We could have surrounding the house are large green trees. In front of the house are smarty stepping stones. Okay, so there's lots of different sentences that you could have. Let's have a look at the next activity. We're going to have a go at writing some really exciting descriptive sentences using prepositional phrases and tramp adverbials. So, if you remember from 2 weeks ago when we looked at adverbials, we had the T, R, A, M and P, and they each stood for something. So the T stands for time, when did it happen? The R stands for reason, why something happened. The M stands for manner, how something happened. The P stands for place, where something happened. And the A just stood for adverbs or adverbials. So what I'd like you to do first is draw yourself this table. I'd like you to draw a table with these headings: tramp, a comma, a quantifier, adjective, a comma, adjective, noun, verb, tramp, and a full stop. Pause the video while you draw yourself a table. So the example is, beneath the misty skies, comma, a single meandering, comma, gravel path stretched towards an old wooden shack, full stop. And in this sentence, we've got two tramp adverbials. Beneath the misty skies, that tells us where something happened, so the place. And towards an old wooden shack also tells us the place. A quantifier is an amount of something, so you could have a group of, many, several, a few, two or three or four, a crowd, it could be one. Adjective is a describing word, another adjective, so they're separated by a comma because it's adjective pair. A noun, so an object, a verb, the action, and then another tramp adverbial. So the prepositions in these tramp adverbials are beneath and towards. Let's now write another sentence. So I'm going to describe a beach scene including some prepositions in my tramp adverbials. I'm going to talk about how some ants could be under the palm tree and thinking about what the ants could do. So my tramp adverbial is under the palm trees. And I need to have a comma after my adverbial phrase. Under the palm trees. Quantifier, so how many ants? I'm going to have a group of. How can I describe my ants using two adjectives? So a group of tiny, comma, another adjective, busy. So under the palm trees, comma, a group of tiny, comma, busy ants. What action would they do? How would ants move? I'm going to go with scuttle. And my tramp adverbial needs to be when, why, how, or where. I'm going to have a why, so because. Why were they scuttling? Where were they going? Because they are carrying some fruit. Now that's okay on its own, but it doesn't include a preposition. So I'm going to add a little bit more because they are carrying some fruit towards their nest. So I've just had to adapt my sentence a little bit so that it includes a preposition, so that I'm practicing using my prepositions. Where are the prepositions in my sentence? We have got under and we have got towards. I'm just going to write one more sentence, then I'll leave it up to you. So I'm now going to talk about what could happen in the water. So I could maybe have some surfers in the water. So my tramp adverbial, time, reason, manner or place. I've already got a place in the example and in my first sentence. So I'm going to include time this time. I'm going to have in the early evening. In the early evening, comma. Then what could I have? I'm going to have surfers as my noun. How could I describe the surfers? And how many surfers could there be? I'm going to have 3 as my quantifier. So in the early evening, 3. And then 2 adjectives that are going to describe my surfers. Courageous, comma. I'm going to have bold, surfers. What could their action be? I don't want to have surf because I've already got surfers. Maybe I could have glide. In the early evening, comma, 3 courageous, comma, bold surfers, glide. I could maybe have a place. So where do they glide? Over the terrifying waves. Where are my prepositions in this sentence? So in gives you more information about when it happened, the position of the time in the day, and over. Okay, so I'd like you to write your own sentences in your table that you've drawn, include all the necessary punctuation, and make sure you have prepositions in your tramp adverbials. See you tomorrow, where we're going to look at the difference between prepositions and conjunctions. See you later.